Hello YouTube, it is a windy day. It is the first Saturday in March, whatever the date is, which I think is the 7th. I keep getting confused. I found this at the same place I got my machete back there. If you haven't seen that video, it'll be probably posted before this. This I always thought was called like a T-Bevel square. Well, I had to make one repair to it. This was digging in so deep down in here. See where there's a washer in there now? That the bolt was sticking through and it was really wearing it. But so that's like that. That's all it is, a square. Like say you was working for somebody and you're like the carpenter's apprentice and he wants you to cut some rafters that are just like the rafters in front of you, like you're replacing them in a barn or a shed. You just go to your old rafter and set the angle, and you got your angle. Say you was going to work for him, you're going to cut off a bunch of boards, narrow ones, wide ones. You know, you'd go up to the boss and you'd go to his square and square this up. So you can carry this around as long as you don't bump it and have your square. But I'll take this screw out real quick. We don't want this to be a whole long video. The machete ended up being 2 parts. But I'll show you why I put a washer in here. See how that's ate that in there? And it's even dished in. And you can feel it's dished. And I put the rough side of the washer down and the smooth side here. Okay. So it will grab on the brass and kind of spin here. You know, this is crudely made. I have to take my glasses off, look through the viewfinder here. It's crude made. I'm probably going to get rid of all this molding stuff. It's going to be mine the rest of my life that I have it. Ain't that nice? I don't know, so you can grab the pliers. See how it's kind of shiny there? Some people take pliers and stuff. So this will be all shiny. The wood's going to be lightly sanded down and see what it looks like. I'm not going to restain it. If I do sand it, it'll just be oil. It'll just be linseed oil. But you can tell where the pins go through here. Right in here, see that? But you can't really tell up here. But I will make sure to sand one direction only, because I am not polishing this to a high luster. I will just have it shiny with, I have sandpaper that goes up to 2,000 grit, so I may even show that in this video, a little stack of sandpaper the neighbor gave me. But there you go. There's a before and after. We'll take a picture so you can see what it looks like before. This probably will be reblued. So it will be sanded down and get all the rust off. I have one or two little pieces of 4/0 steel wool left. So along with that sandpaper, this will not have no real deep scratches. So enough of that talking about it. I know what I'll do. I'll bring you back probably for a couple clips in there with just small things I've done. And just how I feel there. I get working on this stuff. I don't want to stop. And then I get ahead of myself. You don't get to see what I was doing. But there you go. Stay tuned. Either way, you're going to get to see it when it's done. So it's already what, 3 minutes and 40 seconds? Stop talking. Get to work. Okay, just a quick clip. This was 400 to get the nasty stuff off, then 600 and 1,000. And that's about all I'm going to do. It's going to get used, it's going to get scratched, but it's a lot better than that. But the wood will be whatever it takes, probably about the same thing. Get the deep stuff out, finer and finer. I've got a whole lot of assortment of sandpaper, but I don't want to go through every grit I have. But put a piece of sandpaper and that quit flexing. I put pressure down and kept squeezing that together. Well, it's not used to being squeezed because there's a blade in there, so I thought ahead. Don't want to crack nothing. That's a lot better. And that washer will fit down there where that's tore up. But it is dished over the years. Okay, never mind that. Store. I always put in my description anyway. I don't get paid to advertise for anybody. Okay, back to work. Okay, we're done doing this part. We use various grits, 220, 400. Here we use like 400, 600, and 1,000, because we're not going to polish it. And we did put a little bit of linseed oil on there. So that's the look when it's going to be oiled. So that's good enough, because I'm going to use this tool. I don't want anything super polished. You can see where the pin goes through here. It's steel, it's not brass. I can't see where the pins go through here, and I looked down in there once. But there you go. Let's get back to work. Let's talk more work. We'll bring you back when we're done. Next is to do this. And this will be re-blued. So this is going to take a while today to sand and clean up. So stay tuned. Okay, we just had to show you this pretty little part. We took all that casting stuff off there. You know, this was forged in a little mold. Poured. And then we did a little bit of work on this. So this washer rides a little flare. Because that's what tore it up. That's what kept wearing that out in there. It'd be nice to have a brass washer. Boy, I got to get further away from the camera. Let's jack it up here a little bit. Get a little further away so we can get a little distance when we want it. There you go. Kind of brush that in. Yeah, this is perfect. The screw doesn't stick out. It's stuck out because it said it's dug in somewhere. And this had a big glob of whatever part. Like where the two halves met in a little mold. Had a big glob, and that's what just kept wearing over the years. There you go. I might snap a separate photo of that. So stay tuned. We're almost done with this thing. We have to blue the metal part up. Put the bluing on it. Okay, we are done. It's not my best bluing job, but it's a tool. It's gonna wear off. I did it 3 times. Each time I lightly with steel wool, because steel wool will take that stuff off. But I let it dry and then rinse it off with water. You're supposed to use distilled water, but we got rid of that problem of that screw sticking through. And we beveled this off. I took a separate picture of this, or ground it, I meant. We ground all that casting off this thing. I don't know if I showed that in a clip when I was talking about it earlier. I took a picture of it. There you go. We can get up here a little higher. Now I can't see. Bear with me, folks. A tool that I will be proud to use. I never really take pride in my work or be prideful. I believe that's a sin, but I'm happy. You know, it's going to get old. It'll probably get a little tarnished, but it won't be all corroded and grungy like it was before. I'm sure the brass will get dull over the years, because I don't really plan on ever polishing it up again. That way, as it gets older and older, it'll kind of look old, but I mean, there's a lot of dings in the wood. There you go. We'll take a few photos of this. It's worthy of a couple of pictures. So thanks for watching if you stayed in here this long.